The very last holiday that Fiona and I ever spent together, we went down to Cornwall, not a place either of us knew very well. And near to where we were staying was a little tiny, tiny port called Port Quin. And just coming up out of the port is a little tiny tree. And it's been blown and buffeted by the wind. But do you know what? It's still growing. And I actually had to stop the car in the middle of the road to get a photo of it because it was so impressive. And that little tree has become a bit of a cipher for me of being plucky, showing courage, keeping going. And it became the cover of the book.
The current
result.
And is that the advice that you would give to somebody else? If you had yourself sitting opposite you, what would you say to them?
I would hesitate to give advice, but yes, I think so. I would say, you can't move beyond this. You can only move on with it. In the same way, when God's people were traveling across the desert, they carried the tabernacle with them. They carried God's presence with them. He didn't say, off you pop, I'll meet you the other side. And he said, I'll go with you. And so I would say, take this grief with you. Some days it will be so heavy you'll have to put it down and stop. Other days it will actually give you energy. It will actually be something you want to carry with you. But yeah, keep it with you.
Good advice. So I'd like to leave you with one last question, if I may. And that is, you've gone on I've known you for a while now, and I know a fraction of the wonderful work that you've done and doing, and you've done so much through the years and so much ahead. What would you say, bearing everything that's gone on with you in your life, if you had a 13-year-old you in front of you, what would you say to that person?
I'd say don't be afraid. I'd say because when the worst thing happens, you'll not be alone. That's what I'd say.
Richard Littledale, thank you so much.